Hello, everyone. And in somber news, Ikoyi is on the news again for a very, very terrible collapse of a 7-floor building in Banana Island. And this is just coming 6 months after the ill-fated 21-story collapse last year, which was the 360 Towers by Femi Osibono. This is another very, very chilling, very, very sad news. And before I start, I just want to pray for those that are affected. As at now, there's no official report of any loss of life. We do know that some people are trapped. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is going to be stating the developing facts as, of course, we get the news. And yesterday when it happened, the Lagos state government released a statement on their official site. They said a 7-floor building under construction collapsed in Banana Island, Lagos State this evening. The victims of the building collapse who sustained injuries are receiving immediate medical attention. We are able to confirm at this time that there is no fatality. The unfortunate incident happened while workers at the site were involved in some casting work. The Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Engineer Tayo Bamgbose-Martins, was at the site of the incident to assess the situation and flag off an immediate investigation into the cause of the building collapse. We ask members of the public to remain calm and expect further information from the ministry. And so after they released that statement on the official side and also linked to it on their Twitter handle, we are yet to receive the further information that they are saying, and also the result of the investigation. But in his official Twitter handle, Dr. Olufemi Damilola Oke Osayintolu, who is the DG and CEO of Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA. He dropped a thread earlier, and I'm just going to be going through it because this is a government official and obviously he speaks for, and he gave a rundown of everything that happened. And he started his thread with happening now, building collapse at First Avenue, Banana Island, Ikoyi. So we do know where it happened, First Avenue, Banana Island, Ikoyi. And he said a 6-story building under construction has collapsed in Banana Island. Information revealed the building collapsed as a result of a truck that ran into it. Emergency first responders are on, operation ongoing. So first, there's a disparity. The official website says it's 7. So official statement said it happened while some casting work was going on the site. And we are now introduced to a new information that it collapsed after a truck ran into it. And so structural engineers, architects, people that are familiar with this subject, please help me, because here's the truck that they're talking about that ran into a 6 or 7-story building. Maybe somebody was counting the ground floor. Maybe that's the mix up between 6 and 7. Somebody was counting the down floor. Somebody wasn't counting the ground floor. Anyways, so how is that possible? Was there a bomb in the truck? The truck doesn't seem to have exploded. There was no explosion as far as we know it. From the video that we saw, everything collapsed and at equally. So it wasn't lopsided. It collapsed equally. These are the issues. And he went on to say that operations are ongoing at the scene and they are proceeding, led by the permanent secretary LASEMA, which is himself Dr. Olufemi Oke Osayintolu. He goes further to say in the update, the affected truck is being towed away. Clearance of rubble at the incident scene about to commence. Now, see the affected truck. See the affected truck. See the front. And obviously, they're waiting for more info from the government and from obviously affected agencies. And he said the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, Permanent Secretary Lasema, Dr. Olufemi Oke Osayin Tolu, Prince Tijani Olusi, Chairman Lagos Island East Local Council Development Area, on the scene as the clearing of the rubble commences. So this will have been late last night, early in the wee hours of today as well. And he said, update 2. Permanent Secretary Lasema Dr. Olufemi Oke Osayin Tolu. I think he keeps referring to himself as the third person. Supervising the ongoing clearing exercise at the Parkview building collapse incident scene. So, this is what we've been able to get so far from official sources. Obviously, pressmen went to Banana Island this morning, and the president or the chief or somebody that is the regulator of the council, he gave them a tough time. They were not allowed to enter into the have access to the scene. He said the PRO was going to come out. It was just such a show of shame. It seemed like they were hiding something, because Nigerians do deserve to know. Nigerians do deserve to have update on what's happening. Was it a structural fault? Did a truck really ram into the building and destroy a 7 or 6-story building? Who are the casualties? Is it possible that no one really, lost their lives? What is the rescue mission like? How many people are still trapped? How many people have been rescued? And these are the questions. And of course, it's a developing story. And the more that we go on, questions also like, who is the developer that is involved in this development? Because I'm made aware that there are 2 or 3 other towers in that same compound where it happened. So obviously, does this compromise the structural integrity of these other towers? These are the questions that we need to know. And if it was in other climes, would have 24-hour updates, because this is a developer. This is a huge story, and this is happening in a prime premium neighborhood like Banana Island. And I saw something earlier today, and it says in different parts of the world, when you have tragedies like this, it eventually changes either a policy. It leads to a significant amount of change. Okay, somebody is caught in corruption, is prosecuted, and a part of policy is changed to react to that. And how much have we reacted since last year, when it was found out that approvals were not made? In fact, what the Lagos State government said, that this building was unapproved. So what is the pipeline between applying for an approval, getting rejected, and then going in to lay the foundation? First floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor, 6th or 7th? Or did you stop the work midway and they continued? These are the issues. Was it like a form of a developer cutting corners and using substandard materials, using substandard labor, these are the issues that we need to, and that are yearning and begging for questions. Who is going to be prosecuted as a result of this? Who are the people that are involved, the investors that are involved in this project? Are they going to get their money back? Is this building insured? As a residential building, what happens? What's the next step? Does the government now take over this site and take over these properties? So that's the developing story, and it's very, very sad. My heart goes out to all that are involved. And I just hope and I wish that we learn lessons right from government regulatory agencies, right from developers, because I always say this that Nigerian developers, Lagos developers have grown to be so crude and so wicked, because these people are even going to owe omonile. Literally, you're selling plots to clients and you're making sales, and then you just don't want to pay the ancestral owners of the land. And lots of developers that I know that will be owing them. And with that kind of mentality, if that person goes into development, obviously he's going to try to cut corners. Obviously, he's going to try to get the cheapest stuff, even in a place like Banana Island where you're buying things in dollars. People are buying from you in dollars. You're buying in billions of naira, and your remuneration is much. So how much profit? This is not even very far from the Giuliano Medici, which is by Sujimoto, First Avenue, Banana Island. And so we need to ask these questions. People need to be held accountable. And the more we get updates, obviously you're going to see it here on this channel. We're going to dissect it more and more. But this is the developing story of the collapse of the 6 to 7 7-story tower in Banana Island. This is the Ownahome.ng TV show. Here on Ownahome, we believe that owning a home, owning a property should not make you lose sleep. We're committed to giving the very best property recommendations and insider real estate gist. So thank you so very much for watching. Kindly like, kindly share, kindly subscribe. Tell me what you think about this, and I'll see you at the very next video. Bye-bye.